Hey YouTube, welcome back to another review here at Thomas Opent, where we are taking a look at some double dry hopped double IPA. Hopeful goodness. Sorry, Matt, stole that one from you. It's made fearlessly by Nurme Brewing. Nurme Brewing from God, where are these guys from again? I'm a fucking idiot. Why am I such a fucking idiot? Riga, what was it again? Latvian. Latvian. It's a Latvian craft beer. I'm an idiot. They sent the Dutch Beer Collective some beers to try, review, and have some thoughts about. So yeah, we're looking into those, and I'm not going to review all beers on YouTube. 2 or 3 of them. The rest will just go on Instagram. So this is their double hopped and powerful IPA. In this edition, you will feel the force of fruity and citrusy notes of Strata and Citra hops, while London Fog Yeast proficiently brings out the best of malts and hops, adding a slightly velvety aftertaste. Ingredients are water, barley, wheat, malt, oat flakes. Hops are Strata, Citra, London Fog Yeast. I'm trying to figure out the best before. I think it's relatively fresh because it says best before 12, 2023. It's now February 5th. But we got this so it's probably, I think they're giving this 18 months. I'm guessing this has a couple of months on it. I don't know how much. Could be 3, could be 6. But we'll just check this out. And yeah, I'm curious. I had a sour ale from them. That was the first one, a sour beer, fruited sour, which was fun. There is absolutely no hiss on opening this can. Like, not even the slightest tss. It was just click and it opened. That has me slightly worried. We'll just see. I'm not doing all of the beers in English, but I figured for them it would be fun if 1 or 2 were. So here we go. That pours. Not like a hazy beer, actually. Somehow I expected this to be quite hazy. I mean, it has a haze to it, but it's just not like your haze for days, modern style, double IPAs that you often see. This has somewhere like, it has like this big golden yellow hue to it and a sort of a thick orange core. Frothy white head, maybe slightly off-white, but kind of white. Fluffy head, and it looks pretty creamy. The ABV on this bad boy here is 8% ABV. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. Strata, always good. Citra, big fan of Citra. I like my old school hops. I know all the hop heads out there go freaky McFreak over all the unnamed hops with the HBCs and the numbers and what fucking ever. I'm an old school kind of guy, so this should be good. I hope. Let's check out what this is. Oh, by the way, I have to mention this. Thank you, Nurme, for sending us these beers. And in this way, I have to say, because of legal reasons, because of YouTube, this video is made possible / sponsored by Nurme Brewing. Fuck that bullshit. Let's see what this does, huh? Oh, yeah. So that's definitely big on like citrus orange. We get the big citra orange like that. That tangerine thing is pretty big here. Sort of like a minty component under there. Bit earthy, grassy. Lemony. What is that? I'm getting like a melon, sort of lychee, almost like a white grape thing. It's mostly just like a lot of orange and tangerine and like a lot of citrus in this. There's some tropical fruits in there. There's a slight earthy, grassy note. Like a bit of that minty thing, like I said. I like it. It reminds me a little bit more of an older, not an old school, but like old school, new school. As in, it's not as the IPAs of back in the older days, but it's a bit more. It's not like so in your face and bombastic. Is that a word? I like it. It's got almost like a sort of marmalade thing going on there. There is a bitter note in the nose. Thomas, you can't smell bitterness. I know, but I've tasted things that were bitter and I smelled it before, so I have an association with what that smelled like and how that tasted like. So this is telling me it could be a bit bitter. I like it. I like the smell of it. There's definitely some tropical vibes going on, but not hefty, not big. I like that melony, sort of like white fruit. This is nice. I like the smell of this. I'm okay with this. It's definitely pleasant. Let's dive in and see what it tastes like. Nurme, thank you again. Cheers. Hmm. So yeah, again, it's got some peach. It's got some pineapple. It's got lots of citrus in there for me. That orange, tangerine, minty thing. Definitely that minty thing. That slightly earthy, grassy thing. Hmm. What is that? What is that? I'm getting like a. It's like there's a sort of soft strawberry thing. I'm getting like a bit of a strawberry thing somewhere in the back. But maybe that's just me. It drinks below 8% ABV. There's that tangerine orange thing again. For me, the biggest thing here is tangerine orange. It's got white fruit. It's got a bit of tropical fruit. It's got a soft bitterness to it, like a soft, pleasant bitterness to it, but it's not very bitter. It's like an old school, more of like an old school New England style IPA in comparison to like the modern versions. I'm not sure if this classifies as a New England. They call it a double IPA. I get that. I get that. There is a soft bitterness in the back, but it's not overtly sweet either. For me, like it's like everybody wants to either make like very sweet IPAs or very bitter IPAs, and this is just pleasantly drinkable. It's got a little bit of bitterness, but a little bit of pithiness, a little bit of like that orange, the orange, the white parts of an orange peel. It's good. It's decent. It's a good, well made, drinkable double IPA. Is this going to blow your mind when you're like a haze hunter? If you're like one of those fanboys who doesn't actually understand beer but just goes for all the fucking hyped double IPA breweries that only make like the sweet smoothie shit. You know what I mean? I'm going on a rant again. But if you're like one of those persons who think like everything has to be either a treehouse or trillium or what are some of like the other Verdant, I believe, is one of the big ones from. I'm not really into the hoppy beers, the hoppy double IPA, so I tend to read shit and then forget about it because I'm like, this does not interest me. I'm more into like the other stuff. If you're one of those, you're probably gonna go like, this is boring, and I don't really like this. For somebody who likes their old school IPAs, who will go more, who will get very enthusiastic about the older heady toppers and vocal banger, shit like that. Who loves things like Sierra Nevada's Torpedo, who remembers those things, Atomic Torpedo, shit like that. If you're into that and you're like, it's okay if it's a little less bitter and a little bit more fruity towards, you're gonna love this. If you're into your more older school IPAs, I think you'll like this. I mean, I like this. I'm okay with it. Is that strawberry red fruit thingy? Is that the Strata? Look, the only thing I'm saying is it drinks below its 8% ABV, and that makes it dangerous. I would have loved this if it was like 6% ABV, because then I could chuck maybe 3. And now, especially in a session, if I have something that is 8% but doesn't drink like 8%, and you drink too much of it, so I would have preferred the exact same flavor profile, but like in a 5.5, 6% ABV. That would have been awesome. This is 8%. It doesn't feel like 8% to me. But other than that, I like this. This is pretty good shit. I'm okay with this. I'm happy with this. I'm glad this is in my glass. And that's it for this review. So again, thank you, Nurme, for sending this over. Hopefully you guys will find somebody in the Netherlands that is going to import your beers. If you like this video, hit like. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I think the YouTube thing is to say smash that subscribe button. Go fuck that bullshit. Leave some comments, and the subscription link in the description box below. I'll leave a link to the Nurme Brewery's website. You can find links to all of my social media, a link to the Dutch Beer Collective, and a link to mysterybeer.nl. Go check that shit out. And I'll see all of you guys in another review soon. Cheers.